Hi Scorpio, welcome to your single love reading for the month of September 2020. This is a singles love reading for Scorpio sun, moon, and rising sign. So if this video doesn't resonate with you, I encourage you to check out your moon and or rising sign videos. Also, I wanted to say a quick thank you to everyone who has booked a personal reading with me. I really appreciate it. It's very exciting. The support is great to have right now. And if you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, the information to do so is in the description box below. So Scorpio, let's go ahead and get started with your singles love reading. The first card you have is the Knight of Wands reverse, and this is your current state right now as a single Scorpio. You're feeling not so motivated to rush towards someone right now, okay? Maybe in the past or the recent past, maybe you moved very quickly when meeting people or dating or just having romantic connection. Maybe you had a desire to move very quickly, but for some reason, which we may find out during this reading, you are pulling back that fire and passion and that urgency, that sense of urgency that you might have had before, that you really wanted to meet someone and get something off the ground, and you kind of pulled back a little bit. You've decided that you want to be a little more reserved, you want to be a little more cautious, you don't want to go rushing in so much. And it seems to me, because it's a Knight of Wands, that this might have probably how you had been functioning before and maybe in the very recent past. But things are different now. You're seeing the value in taking things slow, being cautious. Maybe you're realizing that you need to be more selective or picky. It could be that for some of you. But yeah, just kind of reining yourself in from this energy of wanting to rush towards someone really fast and get something started off the ground very quickly. It's kind of like you've matured out of that and you're seeing the value in taking time to get to know someone, and that you don't need to be engaged the next day, basically. It could be something like that if you're a Scorpio looking to settle down, or it could even be something maybe not sleeping with each other right away, maybe really slowing down, because the Knight of Wands is really fast passion that is a burst of energy, but it can't be sustained over the long run. The energy of the Knights is a very temporary burst of energy that you get tired out really quickly after. So you might be realizing this, that you want to conserve your energy more for yourself and just kind of keep your cards to your chest a little bit more and not rush quickly towards someone and wanting to get a relationship off the ground immediately when you meet someone. So that's where you're at right now, you single Scorpios, for your current state. The second card is what you want in love. You have the Ten of Cups reversed. So this is telling me that a lot of you single Scorpios have had a lot of disappointment in love, perhaps in the recent past. And you might have had this idealized notion that you want to come together with someone and have a family, and that it's perfect with the house and the dog and the cat, and just having total emotional fulfillment. And I feel that you guys are starting to realize that that might be a little unrealistic, or it could be that you've tempered it back a little bit, where you're realizing that you're not going to build that with someone immediately, right? It needs to be built. It needs to take time to get to a Ten of Cups with someone. But it's kind of like you've shifted gears a little bit. It's like you're slowing yourself down and you're grounding yourself more in reality, where you want to take time to meet someone and build something up that is sustainable. If you're even in that energy right now, Scorpio, I don't feel like a lot of you Scorpios are necessarily wanting to date that much. I mean, you could be doing it, but maybe you don't have the strong desire or drive to do so like you did in the recent past. And it's because of what you're going through with these energies. Just realizing that what you want in love, or what you wanted, maybe was a little too idealized, a little too unrealistic, and you're kind of bringing yourself down to earth and saying, look, what can I have in love? What can I realistically achieve with the person at a reasonable pace? That's kind of where you're at right now. You're seeing maybe the value in becoming friends first. So the Ten of Cups reversed, it's like, yeah, like you were maybe focusing on things getting very serious very quickly, but now you've kind of stepped back from that and you're telling yourself, it's okay to get to know someone for a long time, or maybe it's okay just to be friends first. So you kind of evened yourself out, you kind of evened out your expectations, maybe more realistic expectations is what I see here with this Ten of Cups reversed. I also see with this Ten of Cups reversed is that, like I said at the beginning, you might have had a lot of recent disappointment in love in the recent past, and you're seeing that you want to set yourself up so you don't get disappointed, and that could be why for a lot of you might being a little more selective, a little more picky. You don't want to just rush in and get disappointed again. With this Ten of Cups reversed, I'm feeling really strongly. The third card you have is what you've learned in love. You got the King of Cups, Scorpio. This is interesting because you're a water sign as a Scorpio. Okay, the King of Cups is, the Cups is water energy. The King of Cups is the ultimate master of his emotion. He's sitting there on a rock in the middle of the ocean. So it's like he rests in water, in ocean, in his emotions. That's how comfortable he is with it. So a couple things I'm getting from this. A couple of lessons. So I feel like a lot of you Scorpios have learned to express yourself constructively. I think that a lot of you Scorpios maybe couldn't express yourself properly. Maybe you felt like you didn't have the words, and or you just weren't in touch with your emotions. Maybe you didn't know how you felt. And I feel like a lot of you Scorpios have done work on yourself to kind of gain a mastery over your emotions. It is that, and or for something you've learned in love, is maybe you've learned that being in relationship with someone who is overly emotional or might have a really bad temper or something, or get too over the top, you realize that you really want to be careful and you don't want to put yourself in that situation again. The King of Cups on the low side, it could be someone who abuses drugs and alcohol because they're just totally in chaos over their emotions. They don't know how to get a hold of themselves. They don't know how to get the emotional and mental health support that they need. So Scorpio, that could be referring to you or someone you're dealing with, but I feel for a lot of you Scorpios, in the past you were probably in a relationship with someone who maybe had mental health issues that they weren't willing to address, or traumas. People maybe drinking a lot or something like that. The King of Cups could be someone who drinks a lot. And you're realizing that you don't want to be with someone like that anymore. You're not going to do that to yourself anymore. You're going to find someone who is a little more together and is willing to work on their problems. Okay, so I feel like it's that, and or like I said at the beginning, and I feel really strongly a lot of you Scorpios, this is a case where you're gaining mastery over your emotions, being able to express yourself more. Maybe you felt misunderstood a lot in past romantic connection, and you feel like you're gaining some mastery over the way to express yourself and let your partner know your needs and what you're really thinking and feeling. So Scorpio, the next card you have, the fourth card, is what holds you back from love at this time. It's the Sun reversed. So a couple things here, Scorpio. I feel like you're not maybe particularly happy right now. September is kind of an awkward month of the year. I mean, at least for me, I don't know. Well, I actually do have several planets in Scorpio. I was going to say I don't have any Scorpio. Wait, I have like 3 or 4 planets in Scorpio. My Venus is in Scorpio, actually. I don't know. My brain just had an aneurysm for a second. So anyways, the month of September, I'm a Sagittarius sun, by the way. The month of September, for me, it's kind of an awkward month of the year, right? It's like, it's not really summer or fall yet. It's kind of, I live in California. It's kind of like hot and gross. It's not really summer or fall. So I don't know. It could be that a lot of you Scorpios are not feeling yourself right now. Maybe you feel a little down, not super happy. It's the Sun, so it's just the fleeting, shallow emotion of happiness. It's not like deep down you guys have these issues. I mean, some of you might, but with this Sun card, it's telling me that it's just kind of where you're at right now. You're not feeling super bright or happy right now. But again, the Sun card is like this over the top, like ridiculous happiness. And it's just happiness, and happiness is fleeting, right? It's just an emotion. It's not, I don't really see the Sun card as real joy and contentment and inner peace in your being. Not that the Sun card isn't positive, it's a very positive card, but it's more about like being super happy, and that's just temporary. So I feel like you guys just don't feel particularly happy at this time. You might just be going through a funk, okay? Just like I said, the month of September is a little awkward for a lot of people. It is for me. So yeah, that's kind of what's holding you back in love right now. You might not be feeling super happy. You might be feeling that if you are trying to meet someone, your people are coming off a little grumpy, like they're not happy. Something like that, Scorpio. But yeah, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you just aren't super like hyper and excited and right now for whatever reason, okay? And I feel like it's definitely temporary. It's just current energy. The fifth card you have is present opportunities for love at this time. It's a Two of Pentacles reverse. So I see two possibilities with this card, and both might apply to you or just one. The first thing is that maybe a lot of opportunities are coming your way in love and you're feeling like you have too much to balance. Like it might have been a dry spell for you for a long time, and then all of a sudden everyone wants to talk to you and go on a date with you. And you're like, whoa, this is getting too overwhelming. I can't balance all of these people. It's two, so it could just be two people you're trying to balance, or it could be more than two. For a lot of you, if this is your story, it's probably only two people where you're trying to talk to two people and you're starting to feel a little overwhelmed. Yeah, or if you don't have any game right now, it could be in the near future all of a sudden two or more people are wanting to connect with you and you start to feel a little overwhelmed by that. If it's not that, it could be you are balancing a lot in your work life or school or anything that you do, if you have a small business or whatever it is that you do. You have a lot on your plate right now, so there isn't really a present opportunity for a love connection. So it could be one of those stories or both of them, okay? But yeah, it feels like a lot of you Scorpios are really busy right now, so there might not be a lot of opportunities for love. Or it could be that you are busy with work and or school or business or whatever, and on top of that, there's a couple of people you're trying to balance. You're like, oh, I'm trying to date two people or more at the same time, and it's getting a little cumbersome, it's getting a little tricky, and you're trying to figure out what to do. Okay. The sixth and final card is characteristics of a potential lover. You got the Hanged Man. I think this is a great card to get in this position, Scorpio, and I'll tell you why. The Hanged Man is all about taking a pause and being suspended in air. So it's about slowing down to really think about how things truly are and what the truth is. And it also means flipping your perspective so that you can see how things really are. So for some of you Scorpios, a person that you could potentially meet in the future is really going to make you think about something in a different way. What could that be? It could be some kind of philosophical concept that you never thought about before. It could be religious or spiritual views. It could be political views. It's something like that where you're like, oh, and then like they kind of rock your world. They kind of turn you upside down, and it's in a good way though, because it's the Hanged Man upright. I feel like this is in a very good way. It like really gets you thinking. And Scorpios, you guys are like really, really deep astrological sign. So like you're gonna appreciate this in this person, and it's really gonna pique your interest, and it's gonna make you drawn to them. And they're really, and that's what you Scorpios really like. You like a lot of depth. You're the deepest water sign, in my opinion. Yeah, so there is a potential to meet this person that's kind of going to show you a different way about something, and you're going to be like, huh, and it's really going to change you in a way, is what I feel. Yeah, it's very interesting, Scorpio. So I pulled an additional card from an oracle deck. It's called Rumi's Gift. For those of you who don't know, Rumi was a 12th century Persian poet. He wrote a lot of poems about love, and but the deeper, higher meaning of his poetry was about God or the nature of reality. And the card that you, sorry, I lost my place where the poem is that I'm supposed to read to you. Page 58. So the card that you guys got is Laughter. So Scorpio, maybe you got laughter because what holds you back from love right now is this Sun reversed, and present opportunities for love are this Two of Pentacles reversed. You might be too busy to enjoy yourself at this time. So I feel like with this Laughter card, you're being asked to see the lighter side of life and to take a pause to maybe laugh at yourself or laugh at life. Not that you're not taking life seriously, it's more about just taking time to see that there is a side of life that doesn't have to be so serious. And this makes sense for you Scorpios because you guys are a very deep, heavier energy, you know, so you're being asked to kind of keep it on the light side right now is your advice with this card. So I'm just going to read the poem, and I'm not going to give any additional commentary after I read the poem because I want you to receive the words, the vibrations of the words as seem appropriate for you. So I don't want to say anything else. So I'm just going to read the poem, and that'll be the end of your reading. I was already born with a good sense of humor, but love has taught me to laugh in a different way. Now, like dawn eager to embrace darkness, I laugh. Like a shell about to reveal its pearl, if you break me, I laugh. Laughing in triumph is the habit of the uncooked. So I need to pause here because I want to explain what uncooked means. When Rumi says uncooked, he's talking about someone untouched by life's hardships. Okay, back to the poem. Laughing in triumph is the habit of the uncooked. Like gold turning red while being cooked in the fire of love, I laugh. If I have the sour face of ominous clouds, I am lightning right before the storm, bursting into laughter. I am a flower, I don't envy the tall cypress. I blossom, I look up, and I laugh. How can an astronomer believe that Muhammad cut the moon in half? Let us laugh at ourselves and our beliefs, at the sun and at the moon. If you really know death, then learn from your teacher. Like death, laugh at the bubble of riches and fame. Laugh at this and also at that. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. I hope this reading was helpful for you. If it resonated, please let me know in the comment section below. That's really helpful for me. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And once again, if you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, the information to do so is in the description box below. Thank you so much, Scorpio. I'll see you next time, okay? Bye.